Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Welcome to Footwork.
I mean, it's a crazy thing, bro. You like the managing the time aspect. I think a lot of people struggle with this in any sense of daily life. I think COVID was a tough one too, to kind of stick to schedules and, you know, still be on it. But for you to balance all of these things, like what things helped you in this process? Or do you just like, when you look back at it, are you kind of like, I don't know how I'm doing all of this, like marriage, kid, like CPA, accounting, professional soccer player? Like, how do you balance these kinds of things together?
I don't know. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, pick one, right? Yeah. So it's a lot. No, we actually, we got together as a team. We celebrated our championship a couple weeks back, and the owners were there, and one of the owners pulled me aside and very familiar with me. I mean, I've been local, I've been a part of this club since it really started. So he knows me pretty well, on and off the field. Pulls me aside and he's like, hey, your schedule, he's like, you must have every single day, by the hour, just mapped out. He's like, I don't know how you do it, but he's like, I don't even play, and I just work and have the kid, and it's like, I don't know how I'm doing it. He's like, so it, and those moments are when I realize how much I'm doing. So I guess in the moment, it's you don't really think about it, because for me, it's I'm honestly, I'm doing what I love. I'm playing soccer. I'm able to play day in and day out, week in, week out. I'm on the pitch, I'm performing. I have the opportunities to play in front of the people that I want to see me. I have, and I'm at home too. So what makes it even better is I'm home playing in front, my parents are at every single home game.
Yeah.
My siblings can come to the home games. My in-laws even come to the games every now and then. It's to be home and play in front of people that know you, and then be the local player that all these youth kids are looking up to. It's that's honestly, it's surreal. It's this is where I want to be. And because of that, I don't really think about the sacrifices I'm making, time wise. And I'll be honest, my wife does a lot with the house and the baby. Props to her. She's an all-star. She's Noah is his name. Noah was born August 4th, and we played a game in Orange County. We played Cal United on August 12th. And I traveled for that game. 13th. But we played a home game on the 6th or 7th. And I played in that game too. So it's and she, the whole time, it's tough in the moment. And we've had our moments, it's very hard. And for her, it's very hard to take care of the baby as is. But for me leaving, it makes it that much harder. But she's been supportive of this the whole time, and that, having that support makes you that much more. For me, it makes me able to do that much more. And it's just it's I'm kind of lost for words, with the support aspect of everything, from her, and then the families. We live close to her parents, so they help with the baby a lot. So it's having the support and the help, and it all, it's it makes you feel that much better about what you're doing. And I think to circle that back into this whole time management thing is you can do it. I think anyone can do it. It's just a matter of having the support behind you, I think says a lot. So it's, and like I said, I'm sitting here doing what I love and still trying to do it. I mean, next year they just announced that they're going USL Championship. So hopefully,
which is amazing. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's wild. It's like, yeah, it's like we just got promoted in the USL. So it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, doing what I love, and hopefully, for years to come, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So before I touch on Detroit City, because I do want to ask about the USL and just Detroit City as an amazing club. I mean, I feel like you have to wear different caps during the day. If you've ever heard that expression, I might be making it up, but like there's the dad cap, there's the, the husband cap, there's the full-time worker cap, and then there's also like the player at Detroit City. So do you feel like it's tough to kind of put yourself all into one cap at one time? Do you find yourself like thinking about this, like I'm at training, I have to think about work, or think about, or I'm at training and I'm thinking about my kid, like, do you feel that it's tough to kind of give your whole focus into one cap at that time?
It can be. Yeah, it can be for sure. Yeah, I mean, when I was, before Noah was born, we were still training like all of July, and we didn't know when the baby was going to come. So like every training, I would hand my phone to our athletic trainer, because like I wouldn't leave my phone in the car like I usually do, because we drive from the locker room to training. I wouldn't leave it in the car. I would bring my phone out, hand it to the athletic trainer, and every single time I would see her like pull out her phone in training, I would like freeze, like, oh no, is it my phone that she's pulling out, or like what? Because I told Kate, like, you just call me if you're going to the hospital. Like I will literally, with my clothes, like with my training clothes on, I'll meet you there. So in those moments, yes, it was very difficult to like be all in soccer, like when my mind's so kind of lost and like I'm about to be a dad. But now, like with the baby and everything, yes, it can be difficult, but at the same time, like I know what I'm going to come home to, and it's like my wife and my kid after training. So it's like I'm going to put everything I have into training, and like I want to. It's gotten to the point now where like I want to take my soccer career as far as I can, while also like supporting this family. So like now it's more like I'm going to work as hard as I can in training, because I know now like there's another life I'm working for, So it's like,
wow, yeah,
it's kind of crazy, but I mean that's the way I'm looking at it now. And then I'll say like to take the soccer hat off and then put like my accounting job hat on, that transition can be difficult, just because I love soccer so much, and I'm trying to accelerate my career in soccer, because I know like the years are ticking. Not as much, because I'm a goalie and I'll play until I'm 45. So
true. This is one of the perks. Yeah,
it's I mean that's the reality of it though. Like I know what I love and I know what I want to do, but at the same time, like this accounting job is what's going to be more long term, so I need to keep those skills like up to date too. So it can be difficult at times, but I mean it's all about, like you said, managing that and being able to kind of control that myself. We'll see where it goes, but yeah, it's not so bad when you're in it. I guess like looking from the outside in, it looks absolutely nuts. Like I think crazy sometimes, but in the moment, it's like I've been able to manage it, and I've had a lot of help and support. My wife's great, so that makes life easier for me. So yeah, it's all good.